Today, we're working further on thinking clearly and writing clearly and communicating clearly. And we're focusing on the topic sentence. So, we've stated before, clear writing is not only about grammar, it's not only about vocabulary, it's about helping your reader understand your ideas without effort. Very often, a piece of writing can be correct, but it can still feel unclear. So, even if your sentences are accurate or the vocabulary is appropriate, the paragraph may still not feel like it comes together. And that's what we want to focus on today. Because, again, oftentimes it's not a language problem, but rather one around structure. So let's look at that structure today. And one of the most effective ways to bring clarity to your writing is through a simple but powerful tool, and that is the topic sentence. If you're writing an essay, if you're writing a thesis, a dissertation, if you're writing an email, you want that topic sentence. Let's start with the paragraph. Your paragraph think of it as a small journey. If the direction is not clear from the beginning of that journey, the reader may go off in different directions. The purpose of your writing and the purpose of your message is too uncertain. It's unclear, uncertain, and they lose direction. And it shows that you've lost a little bit of direction when writing. So a topic sentence provides that direction. It signals clearly what the paragraph will develop, and it allows the reader to stay oriented from the very start. To use some phrasal verbs, it helps your reader keep up, it helps your reader stay on track, and it helps you to follow through with your ideas. All right, so let's review again what a topic sentence is. It's a sentence that sets out the main idea of your paragraph. So, what is it not? It's not a vague introduction. It's not background information. And it's not something that, dances around the point or beats around the bush. It's a sentence that gets straight to it. You want to answer one key question, and that is, what is this paragraph trying to get across? What is the purpose of this paragraph? And once that is clear, your reader doesn't have to figure things out. They simply take in your ideas, the sentences that come after. This is important. When you don't use a clear topic sentence, your ideas can drift off. Your paragraph may feel all over the place, and your reader has to work out what you mean. Again, I'm using phrasal verbs there that you can read in the handout and get familiar with. Okay, so when you do use a topic sentence, your ideas become much better structured. Your ideas come together logically, and you come across as more confident and more precise. So again, we're focusing on clarity, on getting your message across clearly. And that means getting your message out, showing that you're thinking clearly and expressing deliberately. Now let's look at some examples, because examples will help us to understand this better. Let's look at the sentence. There are many things to say about physical exercise. It's a grammatically correct sentence, but it's not very clear or very helpful. Okay, it's kind of vague. Why? Because many things is vague. For example, there's no clear focus, and the reader doesn't really know what you're trying to get at. So if we want to be very precise, let's look at this sentence. Regular exercise improves both physical health and mental well-being. Why does this sentence work? It's more specific, It brings together two clear ideas and it sets up the expectations for what's coming next. So now your paragraph has direction. It doesn't just wander. Let's look at a more academic example. Education is important in society. This is too general because it doesn't move the discussion forward. It's very vague, it's just very general. Now let's look at this sentence. Access to quality education plays a crucial role in reducing social inequality. Why does it work? Because it narrows the focus, access and quality. It introduces a clear argument, education, inequality, and it also sets up a logical development. So this is what strong academic writing does. It builds up an idea step by step. Let's look at an example related more to business. Here's the sentence. We need to think about the budget. Yeah, not very specific. It's vague. It sounds uncertain and unfocused. Now let's look at this sentence. Reducing operational costs is essential to maintaining long-term profitability. So this version is direct and purposeful. It uses precise business language and it clearly points towards a goal. This is how you step up your professional communication. Now, let's think of the structure as a whole. If we want to think of a reliable structure that you can fall back on to build your paragraphs, this one is it. Number one, topic sentence. So you set your main idea. Number two, you break it down with your explanation. Number three, you bring it to life with an example. And number four, you use a closing sentence to tie it all together. So think of it as set up the idea, build on it, back it up, and wrap it up. Now, let's review some common mistakes. Being too vague. We saw how being too vague doesn't really give direction. For example, there are many aspects to consider. That doesn't help your reader move forward. Be specific. Spell it out. Another error, another mistake we often make is we overload the sentence. Oh, I see this a lot when I'm correcting documents. People put many ideas into one sentence. So the reader is lost immediately. What is the focus? If your topic sentence tries to do too much, the message gets lost and the reader may tune out. They're just, they don't know where to go. So keep it focused and focus on one main idea. Now, number three is that the paragraph is also trying to cover everything. So you have one sentence with multiple competing ideas, and then your paragraph has many points in it. So try to stick in your paragraph to one central point. When you change points, next paragraph. Good. So now let's do a little work together. Here's a sample sentence. Technology is changing things. Yeah, okay, so what kind of change? In what context? Right? Now look at this sentence. Digital technology, I'm already more specific there, so I narrow it down, is transforming communication in professional environments in that context, right? So I'm very specific about the subject. I'm specific about the verb, the action, transforming communication, and then I'm specific about the context, professional environments. So the idea is clearly defined. It's easy to develop an argument, and it gives your paragraph a clearer direction so you can develop it. There's also a deeper aspect to this. When writing feels unclear, it's often because the idea itself is still forming. So maybe you're not clear about your idea yet. What a topic sentence does is it encourages you to slow down and ask more precise questions. What is the main idea of what I want to express? This process will not only improve your writing, it will refine your thinking, and it will help you to communicate even when you're speaking with greater precision and honesty. You'll do a little bit of work before you speak. And so when you speak with more purpose. In a world full of noise and distraction and surface level ideas, clarity helps you to stand out and it helps you to stay grounded. Now, clear writing is something that develops over time. It takes a little practice, but it always begins with one clear idea. Before writing your next paragraph, take a moment to identify your main point and express it in one well-structured sentence. The sentence will guide everything that follows. Everything else will fall into place with a little work. That's all for now, and we'll see you next time in Jackie's homeroom for more English, clarity, and better communication. In the meantime, don't forget to read and be kind. Bye for now.